saw something on social media, but we should take a very critical look at it. This period of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has to be seriously documented. Because, like John Mahama said, Ghanaians have short memory. We have equally forgotten the stress and the things we went through between the period of 2014 and 2016. Similarly, 8 years from now, we will forget about the things that have happened in this government. We need to document them, and Manasseh has taken the lead.
Exactly.
We need to document, because, see, Akufo-Addo was the president in Nepal. I swear.
He chop. I am taking the government of Ghana to court for stealing my $1 million Eurobond investment. These were the tweets of Michael Blackson, an American-based Ghanaian comedian who is the latest Ghanaian to have suffered the government's debt exchange program. Kingsley, you know, in the economic fraternity, they tell you that, look, government bonds are the safest. So it only makes sense that people will go for that. I mean, especially when they want to sustain financially. And one person, Michael Blackson, says that when I bought the Eurobonds, it was paying me 10% interest, which will pay for the school. And then Ghana kidnapped the money to use to pay their debt. Almost 3 years later, tells me, oh, we are sorry, but we can only pay you 1.95% and we will hold your money for 15 years. Now, this is a man who has built a school in his village and providing free education to the kids. And you know, free education, after all, we have come to see, this government has shown us that it's not free like that. It comes at a cost. And so one of the ways he had wanted to do is dedicate a funding for that. And what he sought to do was to buy a bond, which, you know, in economic fraternity, they tell you is the safest.
To do.
And he's suffering this. So what again? How did we even get here as a country?
How did we even get here? It means you are not in the country.
Well, I am.
You are pretending you are not going to.
I am, but you see, I want to believe that.
Basta, we are in this together. The only stamp to this is that it's now become international embarrassment. Because Michael is an international comedian. If for nothing at all. The guy is on stages with the same height as the Kevin Hart's and the likes.
Right.
So he coming out to tell the world what we've been saying for some years, for some months now, that the government seems to just make it look like, we are not saying the truth, or we are just exaggerating. This is something to tell them that, see, it go reach everybody.
Right.
This is a classical case. You say, someone may now so what that. And you really drew when everybody is Kofi be found there, now mommy you will feel it.
You know, even talking about what this does to direct foreign investment, someone who is a native of this land, Michael Blackson, who is a Ghanaian and has invested in his motherland. Now, even look at his reaction towards this. He said, if it wasn't for the love and passion I have for the unprivileged youth of Ghana, I would just hand my school to the people and walk away. But I can't. I will have to work a little longer than I expected to help those kids out.
Reality check.
So imagine an investor who has no tie to this country, who has no allegiance to this country, and you structure his debt like this. He wouldn't stay.
Do you know what is even more painful about this issue?
No.
The return, what do we even call that thing? Beyond the return.
Yes.
A year of return, beyond the return thing.
Yeah.
It's targeted at the diasporans, right?
Right.
For them to come home, to come to their... And we are not just saying they should come and look at the Omina castles and the slave places and just go. We are encouraging them to come here, invest, open businesses, open companies for people to get employment, to empower people. And when they come, this is the reward we give to them.
This is no lie. He even further went on to say, Ghana is a great, peaceful, fun place to visit. Just be careful when it comes to any business move.
That's a serious dent on our white.
Exactly. This does a lot of damage because you know what? A country survives on both local investment and foreign direct investment.
Exactly.
And these people, it is safe to call them gatekeepers when it comes to connecting to the outside diaspora.
They are unofficial ambassadors out there.
Exactly. So whatever these people say holds a lot of weight. And for someone like this to tell you, look, Ghana is a peaceful place to visit, but watch for any business move. I think that one even does more damage than asking people to visit Ghana, because we need investment to grow our economy. We need investment to grow these sectors that will attract even these foreigners. So if these people who would lure these investors into this country are feeling the pain and the suffering because of your decision, then we have a problem, a very big problem.
And I am even more saddened because Ghana as a country, we are positioning ourselves as the ultimate tourist destination for December in Ghana, our festivals and other things. December in GH has become something that has become big globally.
Exactly.
But if we are not careful, people will just come in, have fun, and go back. They won't give back to the society. And that is where I am afraid and I'm very, very, very concerned about. Because if here is coming to be like the dumping ground, yes, we'll get something economically, but beyond that, then what? Because we're encouraging them to come here, open up businesses, open up companies for people to come and work, have employment, and make their lives better. But if they can't come in and invest because Michael Blackson is telling them that if you do this, you do it at your own risk, then it's a cause for concern.
You know, and he is not as if he's saying this out of vacuum.
No.
But
he has experienced this firsthand.
The
haircuts really go
He touch him. You see, that be why we dey talk say if you don't speak up, eventually it go reach everybody. It go reach everybody.
Me, I've had my own small haircuts with a financial institution. I say,
you see, he touch everybody. No one was spared,
bro.
No one was spared.
And this is $1 million. So
you know,
$1 million. When we check Google, the guy is worth over $2 million. So it means half of his fortune are shit.
Exactly. So this even again buttress what I have always been saying about leadership. That you see, when you are a leader and you are placed in certain positions, because of how sensitive those, well, not the position, but your decision, how
affects the next person.
The next person. So it makes that position a very sensitive one. So you can't be reckless with your decisions.
Yeah.
You get it?
Yeah.
Why am I saying this? Now he's saying that when I was wiring the money from the state, my financial advisor advised me not to, but I had confidence in my motherland and they proved me wrong.
I would have even agreed to do it, even against my advisor's advice.
So again,
because Ghana is so trusted, Ghana is
so
good.
Again, this goes to the point that look, people trust this country. And people trust that the managers of the country can deliver. So then you have a greater responsibility of delivering on the people's mandate, because if you don't deliver, the kind of people and what will be affected would have a damaging effect for years to come.
Yes.
That is why it is important that when you are holding certain offices, you can't be reckless with your decisions.
Now, just to buttress what you are saying, a leader's reckless decision or a finance minister at a point, reckless decision and reckless spending. An innocent child in the village this guy built his free school is going to suffer. So, guess what? If they were supposed to have admitted, say, 10 people, now they'll have no choice but to cut it to, say, 5.
Because the funding...
What happens to the other 5 who will not have access to education?
Because of that one decision.
Yes! And he was going to use the interest on this amount to fund the school. So what happens next?
See, and you know, this is what irks me and annoys me.
Meanwhile, we have a 339 million swimming pool in the name of cathedral
Don't do that.
sitting there. Did you see people swimming in it yesterday?
It was
They are not
sad
correct.
and funny.
They go home with infections and go and worry their family members.
It was sad and funny at the same time.
The most expensive hole ever dug, 339 million.
Yeah, it's there. And you see, and when things like this pop up, now someone like Michael,
when I talk about some of these things,
yeah, your head will see. Someone like Michael Blackson, a native of this land, is saying that I am taking Ghana to the world court. They won't get away with this. Bonds only goes bad if there is some type of civil war. You don't take your customers' money and pay your debt with it.
But we are in it. We are not complaining. Somebody sitting in the USA wants to go and sue on our behalf. Are we serious as a country?
No, but you see, he doesn't understand. How is it that I have
I'm just
brought
telling
my
you that
money?
it means that some of us, in fact, the citizens here are not angry enough.
Exactly.
So we have an avenue to vent like this, and we are waiting for Michael Blackson to take that initiative. And we have lawyers in this country.
You know, the powers
Wait. First of all, do we even have an avenue like that to sue a government? This is like a breach of contract.
Right.
I want our viewers to educate
exactly,
us on that.
yes. So let us know if there is an avenue like this where an individual can take a whole nation, a whole country to court for not delivering on their mandate or on their promise to him.
Yeah.
So let us know if that is possible in the comment section, and also recommend
because
this
I
channel.
have like 100 suits. I
I
have like 100 suits.
We are finished. We are
on
finished.
a lot of things in this country. So I want to know if there's something like that. Then our lawyers are sleeping on the job because see, a lot of things have happened in this administration and under the presidency of Akufo-Addo that if we don't sue and get justice for some of the things, then we are doing ourselves.
And so again, what worries me is the fact that, like I said, when you are in a position, it becomes sensitive because your decision will affect a lot of people. Now, someone has sat in that office, taking this decision that has cost all of us. Now, Michael Blackson is saying he's going to take Ghana to court. Well, we still want to find out if that avenue is available. The viewers should let us know. Now, if that happens and we are slapped with a debt, say a judgment debt, or we are slapped with a fine or he wins his case and we are to pay. Now, do you know that it would have to take you, me, and the viewer watching at home to pay Michael Blackson that debt?
But
meanwhile, it is someone sitting at an office who took that decision. So we can't be reckless. And you see, I wasn't surprised when he said, who is that minister of finance in Ghana?
He knows he should get out.
I have beef with this guy. People of the diaspora decided to invest in our continent, and they used our money to pay their debt and gave us two options. Either take a 37% cut and receive 5% interest with 11 years maturity date, or no cut but 1.9% interest with 15 years maturity date. I'm very disappointed in my people for this.
So if I need money, imagine this. I'm a pensioner. I have planned my life. And I said after 60, I'm going to enjoy my life. And out of no fault of yours, you are found in this debacle of haircuts and economic
what you are
nonsense.
saying is not a hearsay. There are people out there who would give you real account of they losing their investment, their pension plans.
Serious?
Just because
You
of
die
this.
early even.
And
You die early.
you see what worries me is that we have a president who is also in the age of pension, like is a pensioner, and will do this to his own people. Look, it is your own people. I'm telling you, it is your own people. But until then, we have to fight for a Ghana that would not see us crying that, oh, our investments are not coming in. We have to fight for a Ghana where our old fathers and mothers would not go and stand with placards asking that their money be given to them. I think we deserve a better Ghana. I think Ghana is better than this. Ghana can't be the rising star of Africa when we are suffering all of these things. You know, I am worried because all of these things we are suffering as a nation are matrices that are suffered by countries after they've probably come out of a civil war or going through a civil war.
Are we not in a war period right now?
Well,
we are not just fighting flesh and blood. We are fighting
war. Yes, yes, I agree.
If this is not war, then tell me what is. Because it's just like quote and unquote abuse. When someone says abuse, all we think about is the physical abuse. There's emotional.
Yes.
There's the psychological, and we are suffering all that. So if wars can be labeled as such, we are all mad, but we are trying to be sane.
Yes. So I think this is an economic war we are going through, and well, see, talking about this country on a daily basis, now we are even numb to the things that are happening.
Bro, I saw something on social media, but we should take a very critical look at it. This period of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo has to be seriously documented. Because, like John Mahama said, Ghanaians have short memory. We have equally forgotten the stress and the things we went through between the period of 2014 and 2016. Similarly, 8 years from now, we will forget about the things that have happened in this government. We need to document them, and Manasseh has taken the lead.
Exactly.
We need to document because see, Akufo-Addo was the president in the I swear.
He chop everything for inside. I'm sure if he
chopped president, so as president, we could have done all this. You know, that's my fear. The next government coming will say, okay, so I didn't even use 30% of the power. If they come and decide to go the Akufo-Addo way, we are doomed.
Well, we hope it doesn't come to that. And speaking of documenting things that have happened in this government, well, I have good news for you. We are going to be speaking on Manasseh's The President Ghana Never Got. That book, I tell you, I have had a read. I have had the opportunity to read, and I promise you it's a good read. And I can't wait for us to review this. So keep your eye on this channel, Sauce and Pepper. We'll be bringing you that review, and I promise you nothing but an exciting review. This has been Sauce and Pepper. Thank you for sticking and staying. We out.